The fact that you would say I don't know Jerry Gerard who worked in Altoona. That's.
Did you know him?
No, but I'm just saying, the fact that you would think that.
If you were in Philadelphia, you might get the signal. It's possible you might get a signal. I don't know. These are the days in rabbit ears. You might get the signal on top of the television.
I don't think I was alive.
You didn't grow up on the East Coast.
Hey, Rich,
you grew up in the Eastern Time Zone, not the East Coast. There's a difference between Central Pennsylvania and Eastern Pennsylvania.
Between you and your air quotes and telling me I'm not East Coast, man,
you are not East Coast. You're an Eastern.
I am.
You're an Eastern Time Zone guy. You grew up in the Eastern Time Zone.
Look, I'm gonna start moving furniture in the studio.
And I can say we're East Coast.
We are
Brockman, who has spent time in Maine,
on both coasts,
and parts of New England. You grew up. That's when you're in the Maine. You're a New Englander.
A New Englander.
Right.
New Englander.
But when you live on Long Island, right, New Jersey, New York, parts of Connecticut, you're an East Coaster.
That's the East Coast. You crossed the Delaware River.
This is no offense. If you grew up in Philadelphia, you're an East Coaster.
Yeah, Philly's actually, that's like the
least. So if you're from Philly.
Because I'm 2.5 hours away, I don't.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yes.
No.
Yeah.
If I got to choose a coast, I got to choose the East. I'm from out there, so don't go there. That's just to quote Biggie Smalls. All right.
2 hours.
I'm not saying this in any way, shape, or form other than to just make sure you understand.
No, I need you guys to understand
that you grew up with a sense of East Coast.
How dare you?
And you grew up in the Eastern Time Zone.
Have you ever been to Altoona, bro? Do you understand the mean streets of Altoona?
We'll leave it at this. Phoenix people do not say they're on the West Coast.
How do you know?
They don't.
They definitely don't.
They don't. I know a million people live in Phoenix. You're not. Vegas people do not say they're on the West Coast.
If you have to drive more than 30 minutes to the beach, you're not on the coast.
Philly's literally
depends on how fast I go.
Coast.
I could get to Ocean City, Maryland.
How about this? Why does it bother you? Why do you want to be called East Coast?
Because I'm East Coast. I'm not Midwest. All right.
I'm not calling you Midwest.
We're not calling you Midwest.
You're calling me East Coast adjacent.
That's close. If you were in an ad in
you go up to somebody from Buffalo, Mike Hoskins sitting in the Rich Eisen Show chair. Okay. I learned this a long time ago. Roy Seekoff, who's a director at NFL Network, he's a diehard Buffalo Bill fan. He pulled me aside after a few years of NFL Total Access, kind enough to let me go enough. He pulled me aside and said, you cannot keep referring to the Buffalo Bills as upstate New York. You cannot. Well, I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm from New York City. Of course you're upstate. You're upstate. Anything that was outside of New York City is upstate New York.
Albany,
no.
upstate.
And Hoskins just got in my ear, and you take the man from Altoona, if I'm correct. It's called Western New York. See, he just took. It's Western New York. That's it. It's Western New York. So Buffalonians will not refer to themselves as. They didn't grow up on the East Coast. They didn't even grow up in upstate New York. They're Western New York. Ask anybody from Pittsburgh. Where are you from? You're from Western PA. Did you grow up on the East Coast in Pittsburgh? No, they're proud enough to say, no, I'm from Western PA. Why won't you say I'm from Central Pennsylvania? Why won't you do that?
I do, Central Pennsylvania, but it's still on the East.
It's on the East, but it's not the East Coast.
I don't understand why. Why?
All right, guys.
Why do you want to be known as the East Coast?
If this coasting just bugs you so much, then fine. I won't say East Coast. I'm from the East because it affects your. I don't know. It affects you guys in some way.
I might not be able to sleep tonight.
Excuse me. To use a boogie night
salty from.
There's no salt whatsoever. Phrase. It's not an MP.
Yeah,
it's a YP.
It's not even.
Don't say it's my problem.
It's not YP because I know where I'm from.
You're just not in the club. You're not in the club.
You're from Central Pennsylvania.
Yes. Why do you want to be in this club? Why don't you just be proud, like you're from, like people from Buffalo? I'm from Western New York. Don't call me upstate New York. Don't call me a New York City person. I'm from Western New York, Pennsylvania. Call me Western PA. That's what I am. Don't call me somebody from the East Coast. I'm Western PA. Why won't you just say I'm from Central Pennsylvania? Why don't you just own it the same way that you're upset?
I think we've made, first of all, upset. Please. Secondly, I think we've made note about where I'm from all the time. I mean, there's an Altoona mirror sitting right there every day for people.
You're proud
to
of
see.
where you're from.
So yeah, but it's still, when you're in LA, people say, "Are you an East Coaster? Yes or no?" Do people say that if you're from back east? Do they say East Coast? They don't specify where you're from. It's either you're from Midwest or you're from the East Coast. That's what people say, and that's a fact.
I mean, they really don't have a spot in the United States, though, TJ. It's really. I mean, in all honesty,
You're
you are.
spotless.
I got a spot for you guys, and it's right down there.
You're adjacent. And
Down
East
where?
Coast
Down
is
there.
adjacent.
It's like Travolta. It's like Travolta my God. I talk too much.
You're talking
for a
so
living.
much trash that you can't even get your thoughts together.
I know. Just give him the spot. Give him the spot.
At Rich Eisen Show, Twitter right now, is Altoona, Pennsylvania, East Coast?
I don't care what Twitter has to say.
We do.
Because you're not.
I really don't.
My greatest example is Vegas or Phoenix. Phoenix is a little far. They're both 6 out. I mean, Phoenix is 6. Vegas is 4. That's not the West Coast.
You're 5 hours from
San
the coast.
Bernardino is not considered West Coast.
It's like
I mean, and they'll
Pulp
get mad at me.
Fiction. Give him the spot. Give him the spot. All right, we'll take a break. You're from my bad. I don't mean to make you feel this way.
Oh, you ain't making me feel no way.
Oh, look at him. He's like Scherzer. It didn't bother me, except to stare somebody down. Oh, yes.
East Coaster. That's right.
It's over.
Right.
Over.
That's right.
Just take the middle key of the Keystone State. Take the middle keystone. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.